My name's James. So before I started making films, I worked in a city for a while, so I spent 5 years there as a lawyer, and while I was there, I wrote my first short, which is called Like Father. There was a screenplay competition back then called the British Short Screenplay Competition, which I won, and the prize of that was to have the film made. Once I'd had a taste of that, I decided I wanted to go to film school full time, so I left my job with the idea of kind of building up more experience in the film world. So at the moment, I'm at the National Film and Television School where I write and produce. So the title of my film is Advent. It's based on, well, I suppose the inspiration of it is a true story that I read in a newspaper a few years ago, and it was about a woman, a mother of 2 children, who had kidnapped her 2 children from care. So they were no longer in her care. So really it's about this kind of triangular relationship between this mother and her 2 children as they're kind of getting to know each other again. A couple of filmmakers at the moment are massive influences, both Shane Meadows, to pick up a big British influence, and one from abroad, I suppose Jacques Audiard's films at the moment are a huge influence. I think they both deal with kind of characters that are marginalised, and I think that's something that also features in a lot of my stories. And then I suppose they kind of create icons out of these characters. So their stories are rooted in the real world, but their characters are so big and bold and iconic that they seem to be elevated. The hardest thing about writing shorts is to keep them short. I find that you can start developing a story, you get so involved with the characters that you suddenly realise you're actually writing a feature. Hundreds of favourite shorts, I suppose. If I was just to pick one, it would probably be, and maybe because it's relevant to this as well, would be Andrea Arnold's Wasp. I think what she does in that story, which is I suppose what I'm trying to do, or one aspect of what she does in that story, which is what I'm trying to do with Advent, is take a character that's often an ostracised character, or a character that we have certain prejudices towards, and we bring our own assumptions. You bring your own prejudices, but by the end of the film you have a different opinion of that character. I think in 10 years' time, I think I'll be happy as long as I'm still making films, still meeting new collaborators all the time and keeping it fresh, and so that every project feels like I'm going into a completely new territory. It's a massive honour, it really is. I mean, I think there were close to 1,500 entrants, so just being kind of picked out by the readers and having readers read your script and finding something in there that resonates it's a real honour. For me, the best collaborations have been where I've built a real openness and trust with the other filmmakers. I find that once you have that platform, then ideas flow freely. I think once you're relaxed